In a remote corner of the rainforest, a young fox looked through thick bushes, sniffing the humid air. Towering trees formed a dense top overhead, allowing only faint sunlight to touch the ground. A group of birds filled the air with their calls. Leaves and decaying logs lined its path, hiding small creatures. The fox's fur stood out, ears twitching at every rustle. It had wandered far, driven by hunger and curiosity, unaware of the challenges ahead. In the afternoon, the fox detected an unfamiliar sound, a soft chirping beneath a drooping plant. Investigating, it discovered a small bird chick lying helplessly on the damp earth. One of the chick's wings appeared twisted, leaving it unable to flutter away. Instinct told the fox to remain cautious, yet it felt compelled to offer aid. With a gentle push of its nose, the fox moved the chick toward a safer, drier patch of ground. Night descended swiftly, bringing a relentless downpour that echoed through the rainforest. Rain pelted massive leaves and swelled muddy pools underfoot. Desperate for shelter, the fox dragged large palm fronds to create a makeshift roof, keeping the chick dry. Although water seeped through gaps, it provided enough protection for both creatures to endure the storm. Thunder boomed overhead, and lightning illuminated the fox's anxious eyes. Still, a strange warmth blossomed between this unlikely pair. By dawn, the storm had weakened, leaving glistening droplets on every leaf. The fox rose to examine the chick's injured wing, which hung limply. Determined to help it heal, the fox guided the bird to a trickling stream. There, cool water soothed scrapes and washed away any dirt sticking to frail feathers. Keeping one ear perked, the fox stayed alert for hidden threats. Little did it know that a far more insidious danger lurked nearby. Later that morning, while scouring the undergrowth for berries and insects, the fox felt a sudden sting on its hind leg. Glancing down, it spotted a leech clinging stubbornly to its fur. Alarmed, the fox shook its leg, only to find more of these bloodsuckers creeping onto its belly. The rainforest's steamy atmosphere favored such parasites. Panicking, the fox tried rubbing against a mossy log, but several leeches remained firmly attached, seeking precious blood. The chick, still unable to fly, watched in distress as the fox struggled. Letting out frantic peeps, it hopped around helplessly. In a burst of desperation, the fox dashed toward a narrow, fast-flowing creek and plunged in. The rushing water tore many leeches away, sending them downstream. A few tenacious ones, however, clung to the fox's legs. Exhausted from thrashing, the fox scrambled onto the muddy bank, panting heavily with bite marks burning. Teeth bared in discomfort, the fox carefully pulled away the stubborn leeches still attached to its limbs. Each removal left a small, bleeding wound. With no medicinal plants visible in the immediate area, the fox limped ahead, determined to find safer ground. The chick followed, chirping anxiously. Despite its injury, the bird stayed close, as though offering moral support. If they lingered too long near waterlogged spots, more leeches would almost certainly return. Weary and sore, they continued until dusk. Eventually, they found a slight rise in the forest floor, where trees arched overhead, weaving their branches into a natural shelter. Dry leaves cushioned the ground, allowing the fox to rest. The chick settled beside it, nestling against the fox's body for warmth. Every hiss of the wind and shuffle of foliage kept them on edge, yet there was relief in this small haven, away from damp, leech-filled terrain. Over several days, the fox plotted routes around soggy areas, known for lurking leeches. For nourishment, it found fallen fruits and grubs, sharing them with the chick. Each morning, the fox awoke feeling slightly stronger, though red scars on its legs remained. The bird's wing, while still tender, showed signs of mending. Their bond grew, forged in survival. Yet caution lingered. One misstep near water could plunge them back into that horrifying ordeal. At last, the chick managed a shaky test flight between low branches, proving its wing had improved. The fox's wounds had scabbed over, though it walked with a slight limp. Standing at the edge of a clearing, they watched the rainforest sprawl before them, vast and full of unknown perils. With renewed courage, the chick ventured upward, and the fox followed on the ground. If you enjoyed this heartwarming story, then make sure to subscribe to the channel And don't forget to catch our next story shown on screen.